create an operator author @ EBSM or anything so that we can easily log in into it. Yeah, copy that password and no, copy that password enough. Yeah, log off, copy, log off. No. Log off to the screen. Just give the username as author @ EBSM. Paste that password which you have copied just now. Login. Yeah. Current password is the copied one. New password. Make it simple so that easily you can remember. Generally, I will prefer password as rules for easy remember. Chala. So go to the Dev Studio, or we can add it from App Studio also, no problem. Better to go for Dev Studio. First, we'll add data types. Okay, Dev Studio. Case type also will go for ewallet. What is the suggested case type name is given in the document? Use case name ewallet management system. Okay, then you can go for ewallet. No issues. Good. Ewallet, submit. Before case type, we will work on the data types. Segment. Online wallet also fine, no problem. You can take that also. Yeah, go to the data types. Yeah, add data type. Add data type. First, we should add the customer details, right? Don't give space. Yeah, submit. Add fields. Add all the fields, whatever it is required. I hope you know how to import these Excel files into our application also, right? Spelling. you are taking care of types, data type, field types, right? Please take care of the field types. It is very, very important. Fine. N should be capital. Done already. Pin number N should be capital. Click on that gear icon so that we can modify it. Submit. Yeah. Add another data type, bank details. Noting down the points required. Okay. Fine. No problem. Wait, let me see. Account number integer. No. Change the account number as text only. Well, because if account number will be around 12 digits, right? So if I'm using integer, what will happen? It will come in the comma. Yeah. Account holder name, mobile number, IFSC code. Okay, good. Amount, currency, nice. Bank name, text. Okay. Date of birth, date only. I think we have added some other details also, right? Like CVV card number. That also. Chalo, save it and add another data type also. See, we have created data type, it is fine, but to store the data into it, what we require, what we need to do. Correct only. You are doing correct. We have to create a local source, which means we have to create a local memory, right? Space into our local database, right? Take the transaction ID as a key. Good. Submit. Close it. In the same way, create local source for all the data types. No. Records, we should add it for only bank, I guess. Customer ID. Okay, fine. Bank details also. Bank details, take the key as a account number. Chala. Save, done. Enough. As of now, it is enough. Good. Now, what is our Now, what we discussed just now, as per the screens, the first screen, on the first screen, we should display what all the different options which we are providing to the customer, right? So first we need to discuss. But before that, what we need to do, we need to log in. Yes or no? So generally, when you open your PhonePe or GPay, initially it will ask you to enter the PIN, right? 4-digit or 6-digit PIN, or sometimes it will it will verify through the biometric, right? So here also, since we are designing application for web, so we need to log in into the application, which means first user should have a account into it. Then only he or she can able to log in into our application. So first, the first screen which we require here is login. Okay. So go to the case type, add a new stage, add one stage where we can create an account and all. What we'll do, we'll name it as, what is the possible name we can take it? First login, right? What is the name we'll go for? Login only. Okay, then no issues. Create a step. Create a step, correct information step as login only. Yeah. And configure view, add 2 fields, right? We need 2 fields, that is username and password. Here we are considering email ID as a username and password as a password, which needs to be given, right? Username, not number, username, no? Capital N. Don't give space. Anyhow, it will remove space and it will create ID as username without email. Password text only. Yeah, you can change it later, no problem. Submit. Yeah. Save it and go to the section rule. Save and go to the section rule of this login. App Explorer, user interface, expand ewallet, user interface, section, login. Convert to full section editor. Change the type of password from text to password. Double click on it. Double click, you can get it. What happened? Change. Beside text input, you have changed. Good. Somewhere over you'll see password. Yeah. Yes, good. Submit. But what we need here, along with this username and password, we need a button, right, to click on it, right? So here you can see structure, data capture, everything, and from action, under action, you will be having buttons, right? Yeah. And change the name of button to login. Right. And this is for login. It is fine. But what happened? No. Just wait. This is for login. It is fine. But before we are logging into the application, do we need to register to the application or not? Yes or no? Which means we need that also. Okay. So down to this login, shall we go for a button or a link? How you want? In applications, in some application it will be right. Do you have an account register, or you don't have an account register? Some links will be there, no, in some applications. Not only in PhonePe, in any other application, you could able to see, right? If you don't have account, open Myntra or anything, you can see there. Open some Myntra. No, open some Myntra application or Amazon application or anything. Okay. So some applications are showing buttons, some applications are showing link. Which one you prefer? Button only? Okay, fine. You do one thing, down to login. Yeah, down to login, you do what we'll do is drag and drop one button. No problem. We can change the UI later. No, name it as register. Yes. Yeah. Save it. Now my question is, now tell me, for example, user is not having any account. He will click on register. When you click on register, you want the registration screen needs to be displayed as a dialog, or you wanted to redirect to the next page. There you will enter the data. How you want that registration page? Based on that, we will design now. See, I am saying completely based on your thoughts. I'll design the application. Tell me. See, I hope you know model dialog box, right? Sometimes if I'm clicking on some buttons or links, you'll get some dialog boxes on the screen. Alerts, it's something like alert boxes on the screen. You want the registration UI as a model dialog box, or you want when I clicked on register button, you will go to the next page. There you will enter the data. How you want? Next screen only. Next page. Okay, good. Fine. So in that case, what we need to do is, what we need to do is, once we click on the register button, it should go to the next page or next step. Okay, there we need to enter the data, and from there we need to come back to the login. Okay, so for that we should use something like registration, like conditions and all. Okay, for example, if I'm using model dialog box, what is the advantage I'll get is, on the same login page, like we will be like this. Like now you're getting this page, no? When I'm clicking on register, you're getting the cell properties, right? Cell properties, button, general button, text. Like this, your registration page will be there. At the background, your username and password will be there like this. If I'm using model dialog box. Next page, we need to enter the login details in this page after registration. Yeah, but first initial page which we need to display is login page only. Why? Because every time you will not register. Most chances, most possible work which we are doing is login only instead of register. Registration will do only one time, but login every time. So the main page which we need to display is on the screen. First screen is login only. Registration is a secondary one. Secondary task. Like if the user is not having an account, then only he'll go for registration. So that is the reason initially when I created a case, I want this login screen needs to be displayed on the screen. So that is the reason first I designed this. Okay. So you want when I clicked on register, you want to go to the next page. There you wanted to click. Fine, no issues. Good. Then go to the actions. Create an action set. Add an event. Click. Yes. Add an action. Simply click on finish assignment. All actions, finish assignment. You have something like finish assignment. But because we need to go to the next page, right? Yeah. If you do this, I'll tell you both. If you do this, I'll go to the next page. Submit this. Submit this. Yeah. Save it. Now go to the case type. Case type. Add a new step as registration. Registration or register. Yeah, configure view, add, we need to ask the user to enter the details. So here we should go for data element or data object. We should go for data element or data object. Do we have any data type to store the customer details? Yes. So we should go for the data object. Super. So just add it as customer details. Select embedded type. No. Individually, don't add it. Why? Because we already have a data type, not to store the details. So to go for data object, don't go for data elements. Customer details. Or we can name it as enter customer details also. Select the data object as customer details, which we created. Now wait. Option under options, we should go for single record or list of records. At a time, one customer is registering or group of customers is registering at a time. Single. Good. Submit. Chalo. So if you wanted to design in new view, we can go for create a new. Otherwise, you can go for default view itself. Yeah. Scroll down. Scroll down. No problem. Scroll down. Let it be default view only. No problem. You have submit. Click on it. Create a save and run and check it whether you are able to redirect it to the next page or not when you click on login. Hey, give me 1 minute. Is it redirecting to the next page? Yes. Now what we need, once we enter the details and submit, the data needs to be stored into the database, right? So to store data into the database, what is the concept we should use? Sayable database. Super. So go to the data types and we'll create a sayable data type. So you'll create another data type. No. We should store data into the customer details data type only. No, wait. We should store the data into the customer details data type only, right? Yes or no? So expand this customer details data type. So whenever you created a local source, Pega will create 3 types of data pages. One is list data page, one is single instance data page, and another one is savable data page. Right? So now what is the transaction which we need to do? We need to do the savable. We need to save the records into the database. So for that, what we need to do? We should make use of the savable database. That is savable customer details. Open it. See, the best practice which we need to follow is don't try to modify the predefined rules which is provided by the Pega. It might be useful anytime in future if we did any mistake, any kind of mistake. So we have to create our own rules with help of the predefined rules. Okay. So now I wanted to reuse this rule with some another name. How can I do it? I wanted to create a copy of the savable data page rule. Save as. Just no name, give the label as save customer details, capital C. Yeah, create and open. Scroll down and what could be the data source? We need to see what I want here. No, I'll just tell you. Here we are entering the data. We are entering the data customer details in which class? Work class or data class? We are entering the no. Don't look into it. Just listen to my question. We are entering the customer details, right? Customer ID, customer name, mobile number, email, and all. We are entering data in work class or data class. Here you will enter the data, right? If you enter the data here, which will store, it will store in data class or work class? Entering data in work class. We are entering the data in the work class, but we should get the data from the work class and we should store the data into the data types. Data types are available in the data class, right? Which means here what I need to do, I need to transfer data from one place to another place. What is the concept we should use? Or I need to copy data from one class to another class. What is the concept we should use here? What is the rule we have to do this? Disable data page. So what should be the source now? Data transform. Super. Give the name the data transform as save DT. DT, why I'm naming, why I'm saying it as DT means why? Because to understand it is a data transfer. DT, capital. Open that, cross it. Create and open. Yeah. Now, what should be the target and what should be the source? Now, just let me know in which class this data transform is created. The data transform is created in work class or data class? Data class. Now, what should be the target properties? What should be the source properties? Now, target property, under target, we should add the properties which are available in the data class. Under source properties, yes, we should add the data which are in the work class, properties and the work class, right? So add all the target properties, dot customer ID plus add step, add new step. You have plus symbol, no? Add all the target properties. So I hope you have added all the properties. Check it, verify it. Yeah. So yeah, source, we should add the work class, right? So can you directly add the work class? Just check it, just give dot. See, whatever the data which you are entering under work class, the data will be stored under clipboard. In which page? Under PY work page, right? So just give the page name as PY work page. Just give the page name as PY work page. Yeah. In which class data is getting stored? EBSM hyphen, ewallet hyphen, work, I guess, work hyphen, ewallet. Go to the definition. Right. PY work page dot, under which, this is a data object, right? Customer details dot, customer ID. Chalo, super. The same way, add all the data. Yeah, save the data transform and save the data page. Scroll up. Go to the data page, save it. Yeah. So our data page is ready. Now we need to add this data page to our application. So go to the case type. So how to add the data page? Now, when this data needs to be stored, after clicking, after registration, after this registration step is completed, or before registration step is completed? After registration. So now we need to add this database. Where we should add the database? So to add the database, you will add a new step. We can. So fine. Sorry. So you wanted to add a automation step. Yes, that is one way we can do it. Another way is, why we are saying this another way is, why? Because if we are normally, if we are practicing, means you will be having only less steps, so we can add the automation step, it is fine. But whenever we are designing an application, we need to take care of number of steps also, right? So there is another way to call the savable data page, that is through the flow action. Can we use that? Yes, go to the flow rule. Yes, open the flow action of registration. Action. Scroll down. Right. Can you see something like add data page there? Add data page. Yeah, under data page, call our savable data page, which we created. D_save customer details. Save. Customer details savable. I don't think so. No. Go to our database, D_save customer details. Customer details savable is a predefined one, which delete that second database. We don't require. Yeah. It is asking us customer ID, right? We should not provide any parameter, no, for saving data. Okay. Open the data page and remove that parameter. No. Data page, save customer details data page is there. No, open that. Delete it. Yeah. Save it. Go to the flow action and add that once again. Registration. Already it is opened. Beside one. About to delete one. Add that data page once again. No. Just down arrow, you'll get it. Enough. Why you are removing everything? Now you can see that report. Save. Save. Close. What it is? Value cannot be blank. For scroll down. Scroll down. New data page added. That's the reason. Save it. Yeah. Close all the tabs by saving properly. Right. Now save and run. Action refresh. No. Click on register. We don't have any credentials. No. Add all the data. One more thing. This customer ID needs to be generated automatically, right? that we missed. Yes or no? Yeah. So we should use predefined data transfer, right? Go to the App Explorer, or instead of this, why can't we generate the ID in the data transform itself? I think that is better. Instead of providing the details here, we'll generate from the through the data transform only, and we can remove that property here. Yeah. Go to the data transform. Go to the recent. No, go to the recents. Click on it. Can you see save DT? Under customer ID, under source, remove that completely. Remove completely. Right side, can you see gear icon? Click on that gear icon. Gear icon. Yeah, now that is crosshair icon. Beside, we have a gear icon. That is gear icon. So here, Pega is providing one function to generate the unique number. Okay, you can use that. Why? Because here we need a customer ID should be unique, right? So we have a function. So where we should go to? We should go to the browse. We have browse beside test. Can you see that? Search for unique. Search. Click on that magnifier. Yeah, you have something like, can you see one function create unique ID? Select it. Close the bracket. Click on test. You can see in some number. It is not coming up. Click on browse once. Once click on browse. Click on test once again. It should get. You're not getting. Go to the browse. Just place your cursor on create unique ID function under search. No, not here. Left side one. Down to it. Just place your cursor. Wait. Returns a string of the current milliseconds. Yes, it is correct only. No? You have something like get unique ID down. Can you see that? Down to that unique page. Okay, now that will not work. Let it be. We'll see. Just scroll, submit. It is not taking. Once save it, and once save this, refresh it. Action refresh. Once again, click on the gear icon. Why unique ID is not a browse unique? Should we give any parameter in it? No. See, customer ID we should not generate. Automatically it should be generated, right? If you wanted to pass any parameter, you have something like get unique ID. Can you see that? Can you check it out? If you wanted to pass any parameter, or if you wanted to give any value at the time of runtime, you should go for parameter. But as of now, it is not required. No, that is related to API tools. Where it went? Create unique ID. That will work. Select that only. It should work. Close it. Close the bracket. Save it once again. Test. Yeah. Now you can see the number. Now what is the enter digit? 5584. No. Browse. Once again, click on browse. Click on test. Can you see new number is generated? So every time is it going for the unique ID? Yes. So I think we can use this. Submit now. Submit. Yeah, save. Close this. Right. Now action refresh. How to generate different patterns means what we have to do is you have to create our own functions. See, there is a possibility in Pega we can create our own functions. However, we are having a create unique ID now. With the help of that, we can add it. Can we generate? Yes, we can generate. But we have to write a function. We have to create a new function by ourselves. We can do it. enter the data, except customer ID, enter all the data. First name, last name. In the UI, you have to delete this customer ID. Please remember. We can generate alphanumeric also, but we have to write our own. If you are having a predefined function, it is fine, well and good. Otherwise, we have to write our own function. Like, however, we are having a predefined function, we have to create our user-defined function there. Remember that pin number properly. So this is a pin number where we are working on it. Yeah. Submit. Submit it. No problem, submit. And just verify your data type, whether your data is saved or not. Can you please show us an example of alphanumeric pattern? Okay, fine, we'll see. We'll discuss that. Go to the data types. Customer details. Click on it. Right. Is this the same data which we have entered there? Right. Now with the help of this data only, we need to log in into our application. Okay. So now create a case. So with the help of this, we can log in. It is fine. So login registration process is completed. But to do the login, a validation needs to be due, right? Create a case. We'll get to know. Enter wrong credentials and submit. Click on login. Oh, we have not given any action, no. We have to give some action for login. Login also give some action. Action, create an action set. Click, finish assignment. It should go to the next step, no? Finish assignment. Yeah, now you can do that there. No, log. But do you think is that administrator@pega.com that username and password is available in the in our database? Even though that records are not available, we are able to log in. But what it should do, until unless we provide a proper username and password, our application should not allow us to enter into the system, right? So for that, what we have to do, we have to write a validation. 1 second. So here we need to write a login validation, which means here whenever we clicked on a button called login, it should validate whether the entered details are correct or not. It is something similar like server side validation, which means our application should validate the data which is entered by the user with the data which is available in the database. Okay. So for that, we need to write a validation. Clear? So before going for the before creating a validate rule, what we need to understand here is, here my application needs to perform a server side validation, which means our application which means here Pega needs to verify with the data entered by the user with the data available in the database, which means our Pega platform or Pega should read the data from the database and it should evaluate both the data. So here, to read the data from the database, what is the concept we should use? to read the data from the database, what is the concept we should use? I wanted to read some data from the database. Okay. To save the records into the database, what you have to use, what we used something like savable data page. To read a single record from a database, what is the concept we should use? Lookup. Okay, lookup also work fine. As a source, right? Read only. Yes, report definition. Yes, generally report definition only will read the data records from the database. And can we directly use report definition data in our UI? No, there is somebody else. There is something like data page, right? We should make use of the data page. So here we need to use single instance data page here, right? To data page also, no problem. Okay. See here, lookup means it will take only single parameter, but here I need to pass two parameters. One is username, another one is password. So what I'm doing is I wanted to go for list data page. Okay. So go to the customer details list data page. Create a new data page based on the predefined one. Get customer details based on username and password. Name it as get customer data. No. Name it as get customer details based on username and password. Get customer details. customer. Customer details based on, or you can see by customer details by by username, UN and PWD for easy understanding. Like in future, if you wanted to know what, no, by UN capital U, capital N and symbol PWD password. See why I'm doing this? Our entered data needs to be verified with the database data, right? So that is the reason. Create and open. Right, save. Now list of records also we can use, lookup also we can use, but lookup means only single parameter will be there. I want list. Okay, scroll down, report definition only. Create a no, don't change report definition only. Open that report definition data table editor report. Name, under name we have data table editor report is there. No, open that. Crosshair icon, not this one. Go to the data page. We have last tab is that only. We have crosshair icon beside the data table editor report. Click on it. This is a predefined report definition which is given by the Pega. As I already said, we should not disturb the predefined data. Save as. Good. Just name it as get customer details RD. Look, you can just add get customer details. customer details. RD represents report definition. Create and open. Right. Except user defined property columns. Delete remaining all columns. Scroll down. Remove that PX, commit, date, time, everything. Predefined columns, remove it. PX, create, opera, everything. Remove everything. You don't want that. Now, what is my requirement? Based on the username and password, I need to retrieve the data, right? So we need to add the condition, right? Filter condition. Go to the filter condition. Yeah, under column source, add username and password. That username is email. We have identified the username as email, right? Dot email. Yeah, dot email ID. Yes. Add another filter condition. Dot password. Right. Here we need to provide the values, right? So to provide the values, what we need to do? We need to add the parameters. Go to the scroll up. Under parameters, add two parameters, email ID and password. Good. Email ID. Data type as text or string, whatever it is. Password. Go to the query. Go to the query. And under parameters, add it as param.email ID, param, just add param.email ID, param.password. Second, in F2, you should add password. That is correct only. Next one, param.password. Save it. So report definition is okay. We need to do the unit test, right? Action run. Just only one parameter is there, no? Fine, no issues. Close it. Anyhow, it will only come. Close this. I'll show you at the time of data type. Go to the data page, d_get customer details. Yes. Now under report definition, add the created report definition, that is get customer RD. Under report definition, hello. Under name, you have data table editor report. No, remove that. Data table editor report, remove that. We don't want that, right? We should add our own report definition there. We created something like get customer RD, right? Add that. Yeah. And this report definition is expecting some parameters. So through database also needs to give some parameters, right? Scroll up. First one, tabs. Under parameters, add another two parameters, email ID and password once again. Email ID and password. Go to the definition. Scroll down. Under parameters, click on the parameter. Under parameter, add those parameters. Down arrow. Press down arrow, you'll get param.email ID. Next, press down arrow, you'll get param.password. Submit. Save. Chalo, we have the database now. Now we need to create a validate rule. How to create a validate rule? If you wanted to verify, here you can verify. Action run. Give the email ID which you have given at the time of registration. Give the password which you have given at the time of registration. Not PIN, password. You have given password as 1, 2. No. PIN is different. Password is different. Remember one thing. Yeah. Run. Click on run. What is the result count? 0. So you have given something wrong details. Can you go to the records of your data type and verify whether you have given the password is correct or not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. Close it. Minimize this. Go to the records of your data type. See, that's the reason I asked you to remember the passwords properly. Go to the customer details. No. Customer details data type records. Records. Fine. So go to that. Give the password as your mobile number. Then it will validate. Run it. Still there is an issue. What is that? Nine eight seven six five four three two one. Go to there. 98765432. What is the email ID? Small letter. Okay. Save it. Run it. Now you can see PX result count is 1. So it is coming properly. Close it. So our database is working fine. We need to create a validate rule. How to create a validate rule? Go to the App Explorer. Flow action, then validation tab. There also you can create. Yes. Go to the flow action. Go to the flow action of login flow action. Flow action process. We can here also we can go. Wherever you are comfortable, open it. Open process. Open process. Open process. Now, which flow action we should open? Login or registration? Good. Login. Double click. View properties or open flow action. Flow action rule. Open the flow action rule. Crosshair icon. And go to the validation. Just name it as login validation. Open it. Create and open. Right. Just add the property dot username or password, anything. Right. What is the you should add the condition, right? So what is the add condition? What is the best function we should go for? See here, user enter data needs to validate with the data type data. So for that, I'll make use of expression evaluates to true. Okay. Chalo. Select that expression evaluates to true is function will be there. No, a third one. Right. Click on that gear icon, we'll write the expression. So here our data needs to validate with the database data, right? So database data is available under data page only, right? So we should make use of the data. What is the data page which we created? D underscore. If you are any confusion, go to the data page which we created and copy the name. If you're giving wrong name, it will not come. Go to the data page, refresh. Expand customer details once again. Did we create this is a database that get customer details by UNPW. Open that. No. Open that. Copy the name D underscore get customer details by UNPW is there. No, copy the name. ID. Copy the ID. Why? Because if you do any spelling mistake, it will not verify. Why? Because we are saying go to that database and verify the data, right? Copy. Now go to the new tab. New is there, no? About to actions. Here paste it. Give 2 brackets. Square brackets. This data page is expecting two parameters, right? Okay, go to the data page. That only, correct only. Go to the parameters. Copy that first parameter name, email ID. Copy it. Go to the new. Paste it under brackets. Give colon. Give space. Now for this parameter, email ID parameter, we should pass the value. Where we are entering, in which property we are entering the data? Username. In which property we are entering the username? in login window, in which property we are entering the username? Under a property called username only, right? We don't have that window, no? Create a case once again. Yeah, can you see here login, username and password? Under username only we are entering the username. Under password only you are entering the password. So which means these property values we need to pass it to there, right? Now go to that new tab. Just press dot username, comma, give comma, space. What is another parameter we passed? Password. Write it at password. If you're good at spelling mistake, yeah, copy it is better, because we may not do spelling mistakes if you are doing copy paste. Copy, paste, colon, space. In which property you are entering the password? In password property, right? Dot password. Dot within the flower brackets only, square brackets only. Yeah, dot password. Enough. If this data page is giving, see, when can I say that? See, just now we tested data page, right? We have provided wrong username and password. At the time our px result count is 0, right? Which means that is not a valid username and password. If it is a, yeah, I'll explain one second, don't worry. Okay, do one thing. See, what we are trying to do here is, I am validating the data which is entered by the user in a screen with the data available in the database. So further, what I did is I created a data page. Okay, so where this data page is expecting two parameters. One is email ID, another one is password. Okay, so that is the reason I have used this data page, and under that I have used the parameters, that is email ID and password. To that email ID and password, I am providing the values which is entered by the user under username property and under password property. Yeah, right. Now, just now, whenever we are testing data page, whenever gave wrong credentials, at that time what happened? Automatically the px result count value is becoming 0, which means it is saying that username and password is not correct. If whenever I provided a correct username and password, it is given the px result count as 1, which means here also, if this data page is returning result count as 0, then what will happen? Can I say automatically username and password is wrong or not? Yes. So for that, what I have to do? Outside to this data page, give dot. Now here, this after that square bracket, give dot password dot px result count. Px result count. RESULT capital R. RESULT count capital C COUNT space equal to 0 double equals space 0. If my data page is returning the value as result count value as 0, give 0. If this data page is giving the px result count value as 0, then simply I can say that username or password is wrong. Submit it. Under message, write it a username or password is wrong. No. You should not say and. And means both are wrong. Sometimes username is correct, sometimes password is wrong. Sometimes password is correct, username is wrong. Or you should say or. Username or password is wrong. or you can say, please verify your username or password, like that also, no problem. See, however, you can write in your own language, submit, save it. So with this, we created a validate rule also. Save all the rules. We'll create a case and check it properly. But because we have opened the flow rules and all, no, save it, save it, save it, save it. Otherwise, it will not execute. It will not give the output properly. Create a case. Now provide the wrong credentials. Give it administrator list. Click on login. Done. Working. Now give the correct credentials. Password is your mobile number, I guess. Please take care of it. Working. What if we forgot password? So for that, we have to add another link or button as forgot password. So here, along with the register button, we should add another action or link or button, anything as a forgot password. Now I'll tell you that flow. Once I clicked on a forgot password, it should ask us to provide the username. Okay, so where we need to enter the mail ID. Okay, so based on that, it should go to the database and it should verify whether that email ID is registered with our application or not. If it is registered, then in the next window, it should ask us to provide the new password. Okay, then that password needs to be saved into the database by using an option as update data into the database. For that, we have to write the activity. Okay, that we will see later. Once after completing this regular flow, we will do these extra features, right? So now we have done with the registration, login successfully. Once the registration and login successful, what you have to do? We have to perform the different transactions. Okay, now my question is this. Based on if you see our application, once we have log into our application, once again it is asking us to register. Is it the proper way? No. Then how can I restrict that? We should write the conditions. Should write some conditions. Skipping step. Yes, exactly. We have to write that. Okay. So can you do that? Can you help? Yes, no, some answer, please. Yeah, please help him. Please help him so that we'll continue. Or otherwise, as of now, we can skip this and we can go for the next. Later also you can do. Right? Because your friends will be with you only, right? You know that process, right? I don't want to discuss more on it. If it is okay for you. If it is okay for you, I'll not discuss. Otherwise, I'll discuss. No issues. Nothing. Guys, people. So I'll go for the next process, right? So for that, you create a new step, close everything, close all tabs, close all. We'll create a new ewallet. Once we logged in, it should go to the home page, right? Wherein under a home page, we should provide different options like adding bank details, transactions, view transactions, or doing the payments, etc. and all. Okay. So we'll go for the new stage or we'll go for the new step. Which one is comfortable? We'll do one thing. It is better to go for new process. But no, process is also, it should not the correct way, taking a new process. What we'll do, why? Because the stage is login, but we are adding process. No, go for the go for new stage. It is better. New stage. Just give some name for home page. Huh? Yeah, home screen. Yeah, and take a new step. Select a transaction type. Capital T. Type TYP is complete name. Right. Save. Now I wanted to provide the options. Just let me know whether you wanted to provide these add bank, view transactions, and payment options in the form of buttons or in the form of links or in the form of images. How you want. Images. Okay, super. Then under this ready take only, download 3 images. One is to add the bank details. Add bank icons. Name it as add bank icons. Icon. Download JPG format images. Enter. Or if you don't like icons, you can go for logos also. That is your wish. That is your wish. Whether you wanted to go for logos, whether you wanted to go for icons, whether you wanted to go for normal images, everything is same. PNG is also fine. PNG also fine, no problem. Yeah, in the same way, add payment. Payment logo or payment icon, anything. Let's check it which icon will be very much suitable. Yeah, fine. Save it. Hello, you're naming it properly. Save it. Save. Spelling Panga. Another image we need, right? What is that? Transactions. View transactions. Right. Now add these images to the Pega. How can we add? Super. Creating binary files. Create 3 binary files. add another 2 images also as a binary file. Just under that select a transaction type section rule, add these 3 images and add actions also. Action set, finish assignment. Oh, you added images, right? Good. So you have added images, fine. Now, if I'm clicking this add bank, it should go to that particular process. If I'm clicking payment, it should go to that particular process. If I'm clicking transaction, it go to that particular process. Okay. So for that, we'll go for 3 different stages. It is better, right? So go to the case type. No, go to the case type. Action refresh. Yeah. Add a new stage. Add bank as a stage. Add another stage, or you can say add bank details. Another stage as payment. And another stage as transaction history. Right, save it. Now first we'll work on how to add bank details, because until unless we added a bank details, we cannot do the payment, right? So further, we need to add the bank details first. So go to the stage. Just add a step as collect bank details. Collect. Just name it as collect. So why? Because we are taking from the user, right? Name it as collect bank details. Go to the first left arrow button. Just press left arrow. You can go to first. Collect. Why? Because we are taking this data from the user, so we are collecting. In the bank, collecting bank details only. Shall we take the card details, everything, or you want to collect separately? How you want? Everything under a single step, or you wanted to collect the bank details in first step and collect the card details in second step? How you want? People, I hope you are there. You are with me. Both in one, fine. In a single step, side, fine. Chalo, configure view. Then simply we can add it as a data object. Yeah, bank details. Just name it as bank details as a field name. Embedded data. Select the data type as bank details. What happened? It's gonna submit it. Once you have provided the bank details, those details needs to be saved in a data type. So we need to create a savable data page. Go to the data types, create another savable data type, savable data page. Go to the data types. Save as, create a new data page. We never touch the predefined rules. Okay, create and open. No, wait. Change the label. DT. Open it. Crosshair icon. Correct only. Click on crosshair icon, it will open. Say, create and open. Yeah. Add all the target properties. See, for this, I will give another idea. Here, actually, the bank details we are adding here only, right? So we can do another way. With the help of services and connectors, create this bank details data type in some other system. With the help of services and connectors, retrieve data from that system. You can try it later, your wish. That is another new learning. You have to create these bank details in some other system. Okay, with the help of services and connectors, you have to connect to that particular system, and you have to retrieve these all data. Okay, you can do it that. That is another practice of. If you have done all the properties, we can add the. Go to the definition, add these all properties.